Minecraft's newest update, The Garden Awakens, is now here. It adds the Pale Garden, a brand new spooky biome, which is home to the Creaking, a mob that is completely invulnerable to attacks. And it follows you around as soon as you turn your back on it. So I'm gonna track down this brand new biome and defeat this brand new mob. And then I'm gonna farm it, getting loads and loads of creaking and loads of resin, a brand new item that lets you make brand new blocks and a brand new armor trim color. So if we're going to find this place, we're going to have to travel pretty far to brand new chunks. This should be far away enough. Yep, that means brand new chunks, lava's flowing, and diamonds. Fantastic. I actually kind of want to explore this place because you never know, we might find a few more lurking about. Look at that. There is a couple more here, and also in this spot too. Underwater's also a great position to find them. And to be honest, I can't believe how easy it is for me to get distracted. I'm meant to be looking for a Pale Garden, but yeah, when there's loads of diamonds for grabs, I just feel like I might as well get them. Because sometimes they do come in very, very handy. Tell you what, the more I look, the more I find. I really just need to get out of here, don't I? So after I've got those, and those, I'm gonna dig out with 34 diamonds, and then I can track down this brand new biome with the scary new creaking. And from there, I can't wait to build the creaking farm and get absolutely loads of them. Over here, we've got a ruined portal with nothing exciting. And the Pale Garden is a variant of the Dark Oak Forest, which means they'll probably generate right next to each other, in the same way that a bamboo jungle is a variant of a normal jungle. I've spotted a Dark Oak Forest, which is it's definitely a good sign, but sadly no Pale Garden attached. Hang on a minute, there's a much bigger one right here though. Surely there's gotta be one around here somewhere. Aha! There it is! Look at that! Doesn't it look so cool? It looks very, very spooky indeed. Oh, and the skies. Oh, we got adventuring time back. Oh, yeah, I completely forgot. Last episode was awesome. We got every single advancement back again, which included how did we get here. I had to move a warden for that, and I very, very nearly died. But anyway, yeah, we lost the adventuring time one because there's a new biome, and we've lost monsters hunted because somewhere in here, creakings will spawn that I need to defeat. But they won't come out till nighttime, so I'm waiting for the sun to go down, and in the meantime, I'm going to use shears to collect these. Now, what exactly are these called? Pale hanging moss. Right, let's grab a load of hanging moss. I believe this is farmable if I use bone meal. In fact, should we grab leaves? We don't really need pale oak leaves, but we do want to try if we can and get some saplings. So I'm going to chop down this tree. Oh, these are opening. Hold on, I want to just grab these. Yeah, these are eye blossoms, but you can get closed and open, and they all open when it goes dark. So this one should at some point open itself. There we go. There we go. You see, just happened before your eyes. Basically, if one opens, it alerts the ones near it to open, so they kind of just spread. It's very, very cool. And if you break an open one, then you get open ones in your inventory. So you can either get open or closed. Very, very cool indeed. And now I have to be careful. It's just a cow over there. Yeah, this is where I've got to be a little bit more careful because creaking will be spawning. Just to be safe, I think I shall put my chest plate on. And remember, I'm going to take a mace, but this guy is invulnerable to damage. I got a pale oak sapling. Fantastic. I need 4 of them, though, in total to actually make it back. I'm going to try mining up another tree just to hopefully help that out. I love the little falling leaf particle effects, by the way. Very, very cool indeed. I'm going to grab some pale moss as well. And that is 4 saplings obtained. Perfect. Right. Chest plate's on. I am ready. I've even got the mace out just in case. So let's try and track down a creaking. I can't see any through the trees so far, but the worrying part is, if they see you and you don't see them, they will walk towards you. Yeah, that definitely slightly... We found one. I don't think he sees me. Okay. That is absolutely terrible. Look at the way he walks. Oh my goodness. Now, if he sees me, he should stop moving. Okay. There we go. He's frozen in position. We can get a good look at him. What a creepy, creepy thing that is. Oh my goodness. Now, the worrying part is, if I look away, break some grass, he's going to come after me. Ah, he's stuck, are you? Yeah. Nice. Oh, he's not stuck anymore. Okay. Every time I turn... I don't like this at all, guys. I really don't like this. Okay. Oh! It's behind me. This is terrifying. I can't take my eyes off him. Oh my goodness. And like I said, the mace, useless. He will not die to the mace. But notice what happens when I hit him. And this doesn't matter what you hit him with. particles appear, okay? Stay there, you. Particles appear, and if I trace those particles, and this is kind of scary. They go somewhere. Just leave me alone. I'm just trying to talk. Yeah, they connect. Oh, my goodness. They connect somewhere. Okay, they're not connecting to this tree of the particles, are they? But these particles... Oh, they're going all the way... Oh, he hit me. Okay, we're okay. They're going over here. I'm running to it. Okay, is that... Oh, okay, right. This is perfect. Where's he at? All right. You just stay over there. And yeah, this is... Stay. But this is... I'm just terrified. This is resin. All right, and every time you hit him near a creaking heart, he's so quick, guys. He's so fast. Okay, every time you hit him near a creaking heart, resin gets produced. Okay, you stay there. So I can keep hitting him, and every 5 seconds. Oh my goodness, will you just leave me alone? Imagine if you had loads of these. If I had like 1,000 of these and I jumped in, that would be very terrifying. So it creates resin every time, and what's in there? Somewhere. A creaking heart. Now, if I can break this without being attacked, he is defeated. Yes, you break the creaking heart, you break this guy. And interestingly, this resin is actually what is going to allow me to get more of them. Because if I put all 9 of these together in a block of resin, there will be more creaking in this forest, by the way. I have to keep my eyes out. But if I put more in, and then I believe I do something like that. Yep, we can make another creaking heart. We can place it down and it does nothing. As you can see, it's not lit up. It's useless. However, did I just lose it? I just lost my one and only creaking heart because I didn't use Silk Touch. Alrighty, guys. Well, looks like we need to... Oh, I was about to say we need to find another creaking. We might have enough resin. No, we're 1 short. Yeah, we need to get another creaking so I can make another creaking heart. Imagine if that was the only creaking in the entire place. That would be very, very sad indeed. I don't think it will be, though. It's a very, very spooky mob to defeat because it moves so quickly when you're not looking at it. It's literally like Minecraft's version of the boos from Mario, isn't it? They stop when you look at them and come after you when you look away. And I guess it's the reverse version of an Enderman as well. If you look at Enderman, it doesn't end well for you. But if you don't look at them, you'll be alright. So yeah, that's an interesting comparison. It has actually become day. Look how grey the sky is when you're here, by the way. And that means that until night, no more creaking will spawn in this forest. But there are other ways to get resin to spawn creaking. And I'm going to show you now how to do that. Also, has Herobrine been here? Why is there just a random pole of logs without leaves? Can you imagine if they secretly added him? I mean, the patch notes didn't say that Herobrine has been removed. Oh, never mind. It does say that they removed Herobrine. Anyway, if I'm going to get more resin to make another creaking heart, it is not a ruined portal that I must find, but instead a village. Also, on a side note, that must be the world's smallest mesa. It's literally so tiny, poor thing. Anyway, mission to find a village has been successful. Now I'm going to grab some paper from my ender chest and make a cartography table. Also, how cool do the new pale planks look? Very cool indeed, if you ask me. And on a side note, you can make everything with them. Doors, boats, trapdoors, slabs, you name it, you can do it. I have also thankfully got loads and loads of emeralds, which are going to be very, very useful. So, let's place it down and do a bit of trading with this guy. Glass. Okay, we're going to need a lot of glass. Just give me a second, good sir. So convenient that we're in a desert because I can very, very quickly mine up a bunch of sand. And then I would grab some stone, but I tell you what, you've got to go quite far down in some places, haven't you? So yeah, we're going to grab 8 stone, craft a furnace, and get busy smelting. Yes, I'm actually going to use the pale logs as fuel. Yeah, that's kind of cool, isn't it? Another thing to tell you, if you put the open eye blossom in the crafting table, you'll get orange dye. And if you put the closed one, you get grey dye. So that's cool. 2 sources of dyes right there. I'm going to use the bundle to save some inventory space. That's what they're here for, isn't it? And I didn't realize you can actually use the scroll wheel to pick out exactly what you want from the bundle, which is, yeah, it's very, very useful indeed. Now to craft a load of panes and keep trading with this guy to get a woodland explorer map. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we need to head. I'll just take 1 more emerald for the road and leave the rest of the panes here. Plus, check the rune portal. You never know. Something like 1 in 100 rune portals have a notch apple. So if I keep checking them, eventually I'll find one. And then I'll be able to get a creaking heart. In other news, I found another pale garden. So they're not too rare to find. And is there a creaking inside? Seems that they're pretty rare mobs, aren't they, really? But it took me so long to get the map that it's gone dark again. So these guys will be spawning out here. Oh, there's a guy there. I didn't even see him. He blends in so well with the trees. That's probably why he's kind of terrifying. Okay. You stay there. Where's your little creaking heart? Okay, it's over here. Right, I'm running. Nope. Stay back. Stay back. Stay back. Stay back. Stay back. Things I keep having to go back to him. I can't really look at where it is without him coming. Oh, I don't like this. Okay. We must be getting close. If I find the resin, it'll probably mean... Wait, is he... I think he's stuck. And I found the resin. Perfect. So, I would guess... Yes, right here is his little creaking heart. And he's been defeated. Pretty straightforward once you know how. But like I say, there's another way to get resin. There's two of them? Okay, this is where it gets very difficult. One, I can handle, but two... Like, I need to go over there, but then where's his? Okay, they're both... Oh, what? This one's right here. Stay back. Okay, so this one's right here. I can't keep them both at bay. Oh, I don't like this. Thankfully, it's very nearby. Let's break that. There we go. We got rid of you. And if we kind of head in this direction... I don't know. Where is it? Oh, it's way further down. They have to be within 32 blocks. I found it. Okay. Stay. He's gonna get me. Nope, we got him before he could get me. That's right. Yeah, they have to be within 32 blocks, which means it's not completely impossible to quickly find the heart. Oh, I see more resin up there. I tell you what, when you start looking, you realize that these places are full of creaking hearts. Now, this must be one I've already got. Yeah, it is. And there could be others, but I think I'm gonna get out of here. As you can see, got a lot of resin, and I'm gonna go and get... Oh, I need to put my electro. But I'm gonna go and get more by flying to its location. There it is up ahead. And now we can begin searching. In fact, I should put my chest plate on so I can deal with all of these guys. And yeah, now in order to get the resin to make a creaking myself, we checked the chests of a woodland mansion. Got loads there. And it would seem that not every chest has them. But yeah, if you want to get a bit of resin without going to a pale garden, a woodland mansion could be the answer. And you can actually get the pale oak saplings from a wandering trader to get the logs that you need to craft the creaking heart. So technically, you can get a creaking without ever visiting a pale garden. Now you might be wondering, SB, how do we actually get the creaking? When you place the heart on the ground, nothing happens. Now I'm going to break it with silk touch this time, which apparently takes ages. But when it eventually drops, I actually get the item, which is nice. And I can't actually show you the creaking heart in action until the sun goes down, so I might as well take this opportunity to at the very least begin flying back home. What a cool place for a ruined portal, the side of a mountain. I've never seen that before. Would be even cooler if it had a notch apple, but it sadly doesn't. Don't know why I'm so bored about notch apples. I've literally got over 100 of them, but yeah, there you go. And it's almost now gone dark. This is a great flat area to show you it in action. So if I place the creaking heart like that, again, nothing happens. If I put a log on top, facing the correct way, it activates. Now, it's still not going to spawn the creaking until it is fully nighttime. But as soon as that occurs, there we go. He's here. And as you know, I can turn and he'll follow me. I can turn my back on him. That's it. Follow me all the way, mate. But he won't follow me all the way. No, he'll only come so far. And then we've reached the edge of where he can go. If he goes any further, he'll die. As shown by the fact that I can place down some water. And there we go. He went out of the range. But it does mean that another one will spawn over there. There you go. Straight back over. So yeah, that is pretty cool. Also, yeah, his eyes only light up when you go near him. Did you see that? Just as I got close, his eyes lit up, which means he's now detecting me and will come towards me. Anyway, creaking heart collection. Pretty easy indeed. See you later, bro. And let's now go ahead and get this guy home so that we can farm absolutely loads of them. And to save a bit of time, I'm going to travel above the nether. I've now made it back. And there's still a raid going on at my house from the last video. So I kind of feel like I'm going to have to defeat it. And there we go. Victory is mine. And the battle wasn't even closer, except for a totem pop here and there. And now it's nighttime, which is absolutely perfect, because to get a load of creaking, I'm going to first of all need a load of resin, which is easy enough to get. I just hit this guy, break the resin, and rinse and repeat. Now, I don't know how many of these creaking hearts I'm going to need to initially get the farm going, but it is going to be quite a lot. So far, I've got 56 clumps. And now that is a total of 6. Excuse me, mate. I love how I just look at him and he stops what he's doing. Yeah, with 63... Let's go. Now, this could be slightly risky, but my idea is to make 7 of these and then put them all in a row. Yeah, is this going to be a little bit of an overload? Might be a good idea if I wear a chest plate here. But I guess it's as long as I kind of look at them all at the same time, and keep hitting them, they'll generate plenty of resin. I mean, look at all these particles. You stand still. And then... Oh, look at this. Hi, guys. Oh, my goodness, it come from the other side. Well, yeah, I should be good. I mean, they're not doing a crazy amount of damage. Oh, this is great. The thorns is just making the resin. This is not the resin farm, by the way, guys. A creaking farm will work so much better than this. But to set up a creaking farm, I'm going to need loads and loads of resin. So this is actually quite a good strategy. And any minute now, they're all going to disappear anyway. My armor is holding up, which is very good. And they're all gone. Oh, perfect. And what I did forget about is that resin also appears on top of the logs. So that's good news. Because as I've said, for this farm, I'll need a lot of resin to set it up. I mean, 15 more creaking hearts, that's not bad at all. And the other thing that I'm going to need a lot of is the pale oak logs. So I should probably set up something to farm them as well. First things first, I will grab a load of bone meal. And right about here, I shall get a tree grown. Then, thanks to the fortune on my axe, I can mine away at these leaves, hopefully getting at least 4 saplings back, preferably a few more than that. And now with 8 saplings, no 9, no 10. It's actually loads down here. I've got 12 saplings. I can do the exact same thing again, not once, not twice, but 3 times. That then gives me a grand total of 29 saplings. But yeah, getting wood this way, it's okay, but it definitely could be better. It could be farmed, couldn't it? And what if I told you, I don't even need to build a new one for this, because, and I haven't tested this, but I'm assuming it's correct, a dark oak tree and a pale oak tree look very similar, so I'm assuming that my dark oak farm will let me farm pale oak. There's loads of bone meal to go at. I've got plenty of saplings. I can't fully remember how this farm works. I guess, do I just go here? I reckon I just flick that, jump in here, and then, is this how it works? Hold on a second, ladies and gentlemen. I just hear a lot of explosions down here. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. What on earth has happened up here? Okay, there's still wood there. Oh my goodness. And this farm's going to... Wait, did this farm not only break itself, but then it also broke the farm next to it? Are you kidding me? That's kind of impressive. I guess it's back to the drawing board. And instead, I'll just accept that, you know what? Maybe 4 stacks of logs for now will keep me going for a while. And instead, I need to get busy and collect loads and loads of resin. Oh dear, guys. Looks like you're out of time. And that brings me another 19 blocks of resin, and therefore another 19 creaking hearts. Positional-wise, I'm going to build the farm right here over the ocean. I'll need 48 creaking hearts to set the farm up. Already got 34 there and a load outside, so I'm nearly there in that department. So I'm going to spend my time focusing on getting everything else. Starting with deep slate, I want the farm to look cool as well as be functional, and I think it'll look nice. But I did use up all my deep slate on building this absolutely massive castle. But don't worry, I know where there's loads and loads available, because the Infinibore version 2 did clear out loads and loads of this massive tunnel. And if I fly far enough, we'll start to see blocks on the ground, because I haven't actually collected all of them up. There we go. There's loads and loads around here. Wow, look at that. Already got so many stacks so quickly. So I'll fill up a shulker box and my inventory as well. I just love the fact that as I'm flying, there's so many diamonds in the roof. Look, there's 1 there. There's some up there. 3 veins in that position. In fact, 4 veins. This is... Oh, no, don't... Watch where you're going, SB. Yeah, and I got excited about finding about 20 diamonds in a cave. Yeah, I forgot just how powerful the Infinibore really is. And so now I can make all the deep slate tile slabs and the 2 required stairs as well. From there, all of the other items are fairly straightforward, as it's pretty much just redstone things and plenty of water. Although I will be building it in an ocean. Also, since it has now gone dark, I do kind of feel like I should go back over here to get the last of the resin that I need in the snow. I reckon at this point, that's probably going to be enough. And I find it funny how they all think they're going to chase me into my house, but yep, that's it, guys. Stay down there. You ain't coming any closer. Although they did a lot of damage to my chest plate pretty quick. They definitely actually pack a punch. I could also at this point manually with my Silchus pickaxe take up all of the creaking hearts, but I can't be bothered with that. Especially when if I head down these stairs... Okay, well that wasn't very good flying. But yeah, if I carefully head down these stairs, we've got a mushroom block farm. And in this shulker box, we've got 2 silk touch axes, which is absolutely perfect. Because these can now be mined up really fast. And with all the ones I need now obtained, I'll grab all of the other remaining items so that the building of the farm will then be able to commence. And whilst I do that, I'd also like to tell you to check out my new winter merch. It's a really nice navy sweater. I love the design. And you can also get a mouse mat with the same design too. The products are directly under this video, or head to sb737.store, and if you buy both of these items together, you'll get a great discount on both. And now I have every item that I need, so let's go and get loads and loads of creaking. Also, the logs right here, they're just kind of temporary, just so I have somewhere to stand as I build. And this right here is the collection system for the resin. All the resin is going to get crafted down by crafters into blocks, you know, just to save on storage space. So I shall get that system implemented in. So basically, the creaking will be here, I'll be hitting them, and resin will eventually come down here into the collection system, into the crafters, where they will constantly be making them into blocks. Let's get some water down right here. Already I've run out. Good thing I can easily collect up more and continue adding it in. And then on top of this platform right here is where I can add in all of the creaking hearts so that creaking will be able to spawn. But it's nighttime and I don't want them all to spawn whilst I'm trying to build the farm. So whilst I will place a lot of them down, I'm not going to place the final logs on the edges of them, because, yeah, otherwise I'll just be inundated. In fact, to solve the issue, I should probably just go to sleep. That'll save me a lot of time. Then I can actually activate them all and make the farm fully functional at night. At least by the time it's nighttime, I hopefully will have it all done. And you may be wondering what the pistons are for. Why don't I just use water to wash the resin off? Well, as you can see, water does not break resin. So that's not an option. But if you move a block that has resin on it, the resin breaks. So that's what the pistons are for. And this farm's design is actually by Raiseworks. It's very, very cool indeed. I don't think anybody else has actually come up with a design. And it's going to get me so much resin and so many creaking. The water's going to be pretty key because it'll push any of the excess resin around. And the creaking that will spawn on these logs also need to be pushed down into the middle here. Although I don't want that water going down there, so let's stop it using gates. Having this redstone is also pretty key, because in here we're going to have a load of water with trapdoors in it, that is. And this redstone then controls the cycle of them opening and closing. And basically, when a piece of resin pops off, that water will wash it down to the middle. I don't know if it fully makes sense, but once you see it in action, it'll be pretty clear. And this redstone is also controlling the opening and closing of the pistons. Some final slabs are needed here just to spawn-proof everything. We only want the creaking to spawn there, not up here on top of the redstone or anything like that. And that should now be creaking farm complete. I will, however, change these blocks to be something else. I feel like they still need to be there, but they could be something a bit nicer. Or at least something that looks a little bit more man-made and intentional. Because before it looked like I threw it together at the last second. I do also in my ender chest have a load of ladders, just for getting up and down. And once it becomes nighttime, and hey, the sun's setting, it's getting exciting. We will be ready. We will be ready to get loads of resin. And if I want to get 1,000 creaking, that means I need 9,000 resin or 1,000 resin blocks. That's about 15.5 stacks, and they're all spawning. Okay, perfect. So there should be like 48 creaking here, which is really, really cool to look at. Oh my goodness, look at the way they all follow me. Nice try, guys, but you can't get me. And they're all jumping down here. Oh, well, I didn't think it was going to be that easy for you to do it. Okay, well, welcome down, guys. And yeah, this activates the auto crafters, and this activates the cycle of releasing the water. So, if I grab my sword and use sweeping edge to hit them, look what happens. Loads and loads of particles appear. And I can just keep doing this over and over again, and it will get loads. And look at that, the resin is falling down. It's absolutely perfect. And the trick is to time it with just as that trapdoor closes above my head, because then there's no water and the resin can come down. So there, just hit it every time at this exact moment. And the way this works is as they get hit, loads of resin is produced and pushed by the water down to the middle. And from there, the auto crafters are working very, very hard, and the chests are filling up very, very quickly. I feel like I can put more in here as well. And as I said, I need about 16 stacks in total, so I'll keep using the farm, and hopefully I'll get enough before the night ends, but if not, I've got plenty of time to get more. And I think at any moment now, they're going to disappear, because it's almost daytime. It must be really, really close, and we're just going to have a load of creakings all just disappear at once. Yeah, look at that. Oh, that was so satisfying to watch. Well, yeah, we can no longer use the farm now. And just look at all the resin pouring in. I reckon one more night of that, and I might have enough. What on earth's gone down here? I was about to say, and I might have enough for all 1,000 creaking. But yeah, clearly this farm doesn't quite collect every single bit of resin. Some of it can drop out, but I suppose it's not the end of the world. And something that I would like to do before I spend another night collecting these guys is get one more creaking heart. And then I'll be able to add the creaking to my collection of every single Minecraft mob. I started adding them in the middle. Okay, I was about to say, where's the breeze? The breeze is sat in the corner. As you can see, we've got a bogged down there and an armadillo. Now, for the creaking one, I am going to mine up this poor little snow golem's face. This would be so much quicker if I grab shears and... Oh, wait, are shears not more effective on carpet? No way, I didn't know that. Well, I take it back. It wouldn't be quicker with shears. It's as fast as it can be with my fist. But yeah, because the creaking goes in at night, I'm going to have it where the creaking heart will be there, spawning the guy in and out. So by night, I'll have a full mob collection. By day, I won't. So I'm thinking at the top of here, kind of like in the armadillo one, I'm going to use wood. In fact, two of them have wood by the looks of things. So yeah, we are going to use wood like so. I reckon for the walls, the pale planks will be pretty cool. Might as well get some actual use out of them. And then for the floor, it may look like I'm placing stone. And that's because I technically am, I suppose. But then if I go into this bundle, pull out the pale moss and add one. Also, now I know how to use bundles correctly. They're so useful because you can scroll through these things. Oh, I could get some of those vines as well. Yeah, let's grab those. But yeah, I'll grab a bunch of bone meal. And the pale moss is now normal moss. I kind of bone meal it all the way around, so there's absolutely no stone left. We've got grass in here as well, which I would be tempted to keep, but I just feel like it's the wrong color. If we were in the right biome, it would look correct, but yeah, it's just not the right color. Can I... Yeah, I feel like having this, though, growing up on the side, whatever the moss carpets are creating, I do quite like that. In fact, if I take a carpet and go, oh, yeah, that's cool, okay? I think more of that on the side really adds to it. And then I'll add the glass up here like so. With pale hanging moss. Yeah, oh, it's coming together now, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? And a few eye blossoms. Now, I think some will close on their own and open on their own. They'll all look exactly the same, I guess. But yeah, I'm very impressed. Next, I'm going to dig down... how far? This is probably a good amount. Place a couple of logs, and I'm hoping that once I add that and place all this down, I should get a creaking at nighttime. Okay, well, it is night, but he's not there. Okay, where... What are you doing in there? Okay, I suppose I may need to move this creaking heart to be a little bit lower so that he can only spawn where he's supposed to. I'm going to be honest, guys, I've read the wiki, and the area that it can spawn them is pretty massive, so I'm just going to put it up here. Sometimes it'll spawn where I want it to, like this, and sometimes it won't. So yeah, unfortunately, I can't make him persistent. He's not going to let me out now, is he? This is it. This is how I died to the creaking, because I can't get out of this stupid hole. No, this... No! Stay! Whoa. That was... Get out of here. That was just so unnecessarily close to death. I can imagine if I died to the creaking. That would be... I wouldn't say it's embarrassing, because it's you know, it's not an easy mob. But I would not be happy with myself for letting that happen. You must forever stay in your cage. And I need to get a new totem and get back to farming. But yeah, sometimes he'll spawn in there, but there's a chance he'll spawn where these other guys are. I think even in the bogged one he could spawn, and where the breeze is. But he won't harm them. So technically we have every single mob trapped again. And I shall spend a load more time farming these creaking until I have all of the resin that I need. And I think I have now spent long enough here. Wow, there's loads on the ground. And they've all disappeared. Yeah, it must be daytime now. But, ladies and gentlemen, just look at this. An entire double chest worth. Okay, I'd better get a shulker box. Conveniently, had an orange one available. And fill that up. Shall I fill this brown one as well? Can't be any harm in doing so. And to say I only needed 16 stacks of these, I've gone a little bit overboard. We could probably get a lot more than 1,000 creaking with that. Well, we could if we had enough pale oak logs. And as I showed earlier, when trying to get more here... Oh, wait, is there saplings there? Oh, well, can't say no to free saplings. Might as well mine the logs as well. But, as shown earlier, for whatever reason, this farm did not work. I don't know if it's broken in an update or I did something wrong. Whatever the case, I can't use this to get more. But, don't you worry. I've got another plan. Although, before I do that plan, I'm just going to quickly move the creaking heart because I've actually thought about where it really needs to go. So from here, I need to count 17 blocks in that direction and that direction, which brings me here. And then if I dig down a total of 10 blocks, then it should now always spawn in the correct place. And now with the bone meal and the saplings, I'm going to head to the place where I built a farm for every single color. This is the gift that just keeps on giving. Because right here, I have what was a dark oak tree farm. As you can see, dark oak saplings. However, if I go ahead, do that, the TNT comes down, and I bone meal this so the TNT is inside, it blows it all up. Instantly, getting me a bunch of saplings and loads of wood very, very quickly. And you just have to make sure that the TNT lands on the obsidian before you bone meal up the tree. Then it's inside. Then it all gets broken. And you basically just rinse and repeat. Yes, it's not fully automatic, but it's pretty close. And remember that for this project, I'm going to need 32 stacks of pale oak logs, which in reality probably isn't going to take me too long. So I'll get busy collecting them. And that should now be enough. All this pale oak log. Yeah, I've got loads. And on a side note, my helmet is actually not that far from breaking. It's a bit dangerous as this farm. I only just got back the ultimate helmet in the last video. I'm not losing it again. So I shall press this button to put this silverfish XP farm to good use. And now with that all brand spanking new and repaired, I can grab plenty of these logs and then start crafting the creaking hearts. So, that right there, I don't know if it looks like it, but it is 1,000 creaking hearts. And in reality, I probably have enough resin for like 3,500, but you know what? I'm happy with 1,000 for now. And I've just realized to actually activate them all, I'm going to need a lot more pale oak logs. But you know what? I'll worry about that later. First, let's just get the area prepared and all the creaking hearts down. I do think it'd be cool to build a place out of resin bricks, so I'm going to have to smelt a load of resin clumps, which, when all of these come on at the same time, you can see makes a load of resin bricks that can be turned into a block form. I reckon at this point, all of that should be enough. Hopefully it is anyway. And I reckon a load of glass will be useful too. So my first thoughts are that the best spot for this is going to be not too near to everything else. Somewhere in between the giant house, the ocean transformation, and the farm for every color. Yeah, I reckon right here is the perfect spot. And whilst I'm pretty sure that creaking can't spawn on the water, I'm still going to build it up 10 blocks, so that definitely doesn't come into play. Next, I'm going to do some temporary building with resin. Now, why would I use resin for that? Well, as you can see, I can build outwards using this, but also with resin, instantly breaks. So I'll be able to break loads and loads of resin very, very quickly and easily. And thanks to that farm over there, it's super easy to get now. That is the area fully marked out where all 1,000 creaking hearts should hopefully fit, assuming I've got the calculations correct. And now I'm going to fill in the gaps with a load of resin, and then I'll put all of the creaking hearts in between. You'll see, even though it's nighttime, no creakings will spawn because I haven't put the logs down yet. Yeah, that's going to be last and done during the daytime, because I feel like SB737 versus 1,000 creaking just wouldn't end well somehow. I don't know what makes me think that. And it's pretty important for me to place the resin because I need to correctly align the creaking heart so that it is like that. I can't have them going like that because then they just won't work. And they're going to take forever to mine up now. I didn't really think that through, did I? And I would make building all of this into a time-lapse, but unfortunately, the replay mods haven't yet been updated to this version, so I've just got to do it the vanilla way. And that is every single one now placed down. And the good news is I calculated it perfectly and didn't miscount, which is always nice. The viewing platform is kind of important just so I can come here and look at them all, but it needs to have carpets on it so that no creakings can spawn up here. And then I'm going to add a glass wall all the way around the edge. And in total, this wall is going to be 3 blocks tall with carpet on top to spawn-proof it. There we go. And at this point, I think it's ready. It's ready for me to remove all of the resin, which is now going to be the new temporary block of choice in Minecraft for building. And I shall now, after collecting them up, and I'll farm all of the pale oak logs that I need. I'm pretty sure all of that should cover it. And so whilst it's still daytime, I'm going to get all of these logs down. I just love the way that they all activate one by one. And the entire thing is now... Oh, no! No, it's nighttime! Okay, that scared the living daylights out of me. Whoa! Ladies and gentlemen, 1,000 creaking. That actually gave me a small heart attack because if I'm in there with all those, I'm not sure I survive it. I should probably put a roof on this. But just look at them all. You turn away, and then behind you, they oh, careful, speed up, falling. Like, yeah, they start moving behind you. This is so weird. I mean, just look at them all under there. There's loads of them all just trying to get me. There, this is very, very strange. But, ladies and gentlemen, 1,000 creaking in hardcore Minecraft. And I do think that if I went in there, I probably would not survive. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. That was actually 10 times cooler than I thought it was going to be. And if you'd like to watch the previous video where I got this OP helmet and had to trap this one, I probably shouldn't hang around there. But yeah, I trapped that warden to get How Did We Get Here and every other advancement. So click the video on screen if you want to see that. Or if you'd like to see how I farmed all of this bedrock, then click the other video that is currently on your screen. And don't forget to check out my new winter merch. It's not going to be on sale that much longer. If you get a mouse mat and a sweater, you'll get a nice discount off both. The products are literally below this video or on sp77.store.